Hey everybody, JR from JR's Cars here, and today I'm going to show you how to get to the illustrious transmission dipstick in a Saturn Vue, a Pontiac Torrent, and a Chevy Equinox with the 3400 engine, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, just like I said in the intro there, I'm going to show you how to get to this dipstick here. So what you're looking at from the top side here, see that right in the center, that little yellow dipstick there? That's what we're going to get at. And I'm going to show you what I did when I replaced the transmission cooler lines to get to that dipstick there. Okay, so this is what I found made the job the easiest for me. Obviously, you know, certain people will have different opinions, but this is what I used. So I used a 1/4 inch ratchet, 6-inch extension, and a 12mm socket, because the bolt that you have to take out is a 12mm bolt. What I've also done is just wrap a little bit of tape around the end of it. That helps with getting it in and getting it out, but I'll show you that in a little bit. And this, if you don't have one of these, this is definitely something you should go out and buy. They're cheap, they're really not that bad, right? And basically all that it is just you push this button here, and then you'll see fingers come out of the bottom end, and then you can pretty much grab anything there is. And it's been a lifesaver for me, even just, you know, dropping bolts, you know, doing engine work on the top of the engine, and I've dropped a bolt that I can't get to with my fingers. Drop this in there, pull that bolt straight out. And of course you want some light, so that's how I propped my my flashlight in there, just so I have a little extra light in there. And again, you can see right there is the transmission dipstick. All right, so now that we're at the bottom side of the car here, you can see that's your transmission mount. What I did, let's see if I can get this here so you can see it. See the see right there is where the extension will have to come down behind that mount, and that is right where your bolt is. So you just get that bolt on there, put the ratchet on it, and spin that right off. All right, I'm going to show you, hopefully this will come out easily. I'll show you what I have done here. So I'm going to get that little prong puller that I showed you before. You can see that there. I'm going to get in front here. I'm going to snake it behind. Get on top of that dipstick and give it a yank. And then what happens is it comes right out. And there you have your dipstick, which she is still extremely low on fluid. Now that I showed you how to get to the dipstick, obviously it's probably because you're going to be doing service or you're going to be doing some sort of maintenance on the car. You're going to have to refill it back up with some transmission fluid. So if you take a look at here, I'll show you what I did. Basically what you're going to need is you're going to need a pump. You're going to pump the transmission fluid back into the transmission, right? So down here, just to get you a little light on this so you can see what I did. You can see the hose that I have routed down in the center there. That goes into the transmission. And then I just have regular pump. That is in the container for the transmission fluid. So you're going to pump this into the transmission. But first I'll show you what it looks like from the bottom side, because you have to make sure that you get this thing in there good, because otherwise you're going to be spilling transmission fluid all over the place. And that's what it looks like from the bottom side here, with the tube into where the transmission dipstick goes. That's where you'll fill it from. Then of course what you're going to do is you're going to put the transmission dipstick back in there so you can check and see if your fluid is in a good range. All right, so this is again that little prong puller that I have there, and that's how I have it situated on the end. And then you're just going to put this back in there, push it down, leave it on there. Obviously you want to push it down so it mates up past this seal here, so the dipstick's all the way in, and then pull it back out and check your fluid again. Okay, so now that you got everything done in there, what you're going to do is make sure that you get that dipstick back in there. And you want to make sure that you get that that 12 millimeter bolt back in just to keep it in place. And definitely clean up your mess, because like I said before, you're going to make a mess out of this. It's just, there's no good way of doing it. I had a little bit of transmission fluid on the crossover pipe, and I dripped a little bit down on the transmission mount itself too, because of course when you're pumping the fluid in, there's still going to be some that's left over in the tube when you go to pull it out, so you're gonna make a mess, definitely. So with that, this is complete. So I hope it helped you out, and if it did, do me a favor, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and spread it around, because I have a lot more comment coming to you. I hope everybody's staying safe out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.